And is it well now you've done some interviews. Is it for you? Do you know now one song that what it's about? And you you didn't think?
You know what? Craig and I have known each other long enough to where he may say, well, it's like I'll always choose to have my own idea regardless. I'll be like, oh, maybe he's just saying that. But no, it's not.
But do you have an example then? And that one song that you've spoken about and that it's really differently for the.
Well, that would ruin the whole mystery of it, and then he'd know what I really thought.
I think people.
So you never have to.
I know.
Really, we haven't.
Okay.
No, I can think that I know that there's people who have asked me about songs that are way off. You know, there's a song "Party Pit" on the new record, which is about a pit, a hole in the woods. I used to drink when I was a kid, you know, like we'd all go there and drink. And someone was thinking about, apparently in Las Vegas, there's this sunken area in the middle of a casino called the Party Pit. And someone thought it was about that.
So, but do you like to talk about your lyrics, or is it?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just saying, like, I don't think everyone, all fans want to know, you know. I don't have any problem talking about them.
So what? Yeah, because the previous album was a what do you call it? A theme album?
Yeah, well, the previous was more of a linear story or a concept album, if you will.
And is it how come? Well, you didn't, because now you wanted to do more different.
I knew if I did 2 concept records in a row, I'd have to do them forever.
So you actually did want to do it, or?
I didn't want to do it with this one. This new one is more of a theme record where it's just all goes back to one thing. You know, where the record previous to it was a real story that went straight on through. So this record, I thought, you know, was just kind of approaching the same subject, which is boys and girls, from different angles. And so it tied together. I think it's interesting and, in my mind, important to have an album that, you know, has some cohesion. But it wasn't, you know, this happened, then this happened, then this happened, then this happened.
Is it then for, well, because, well, you give lyrics him. Is it for you? How do you write the music to it? Do you search for sort of rhythm in the words?
No,
or?
he writes the music first.
Yeah, no,
yeah. So no, it's usually just it starts with, you know, like somebody bringing, you know, like a lot of times I'll bring in guitar parts and we'll sit down and work them out and figure out what people like and what people don't like and what we can use and make changes and stuff like that, and then usually the lyrics come. But on this record too, one of the things that, like, Stuck Between Stations, the first song on the record, was the first song we actually wrote when we started working on the new record, which has the line, "Boys and girls in America have such a sad time together." And this was the first record I've ever done with Craig where he actually talked to kind of everybody about what he sort of wanted to address lyrically with the record. And like we said before, with songs like Citrus and First Night, and stuff like that, I think that it opened up some doors for us in terms of what we were willing to try, you know, new things and stuff like that we may not have in the past, you know, in a certain way. And I don't know if that's was necessarily even a conscious thing that we did, but it certainly it had an effect on the music writing.
But how come? Well, you talked about it beforehand. Like he was saying, the first song, Boys and Girls in America, why did you tell them what you wanted to do?
I don't know. I don't know that it was really to inform the music. I just was sort of explaining what I thought I was going to do.
Yeah, it was just it was one of those things he was talking about. I don't think it was necessarily trying to be like, let's write songs like this. It wasn't anything like that. He's like, in fact, it was more. It was the enthusiasm that he had over, like, kind of having this sort of moment with, like, you know, this line.
Yeah, I don't know even if it was my intention, how that would be a directive.
Yeah, it wasn't a directive like that. It was just he was talking about the book and how it's like God. There's this quote from this book, and it was kind of incredible, and it obviously had a kind of an effect on all of us.